often imitated, never duplicated, long hair don't care but always stay faded, the one, the only, wise youth, ampersand this, is with the people present. Lately, my heart has been kind of heavy, folks. I've heard the other side talking a lot lately about how they want to restore this great nation back to the America of yesterday. But the question I have is, when the fuck were we ever really great? To anyone with even a little bit of historical knowledge, comparing the American of today to the American of yesterday is a serious as no contest. The consciousness of the American today has been raised exponentially in comparison to yesterday's uninformed, clueless motherfucker. The only difference is, we just don't give a shit. Like, for instance, women. I don't know about you, but to me, the 50s housewife was the most worthless bitch on earth. I can iron my own fucking clothes, and I can wash my own damn drawers too. You want to help me devise a better plan than me to bring some money up in this bitch? I don't know how you get down, but I need a go hard ass partner in grind, not a fucking obedient as show dog. You could, and they most often did, walk all over her mostly oblivious, blind eye turning ass. Thank goodness that shit is over and done with. I mean, granted, it did open the door for the openly loose whore to show herself, but at least some women who were about strength alone got to go hard as shit from then on in. I dig that. To touch on another point though, if you're a person of color, you better get shook as shit when you hear anybody talking about changing shit back to how it used to be. That shit there is scary as fuck. If you're black, yesterday you were 3/5 of a fucking human being. And, when you were quote-unquote free, you still weren't fit to even piss in the same place as the ex-majority. Remember that shit. Now though, the music you created is integrated into everything. Your mannerisms and culture is made fun of on a regular, and your athletic abilities and sexual organs are the highest commodities in existence. If you could buy stock in Black Dick, I would invest every dollar I had just on product popularity alone. Not to mention the number of distributors. I would be able to retire at 35 and move to the man-made island of Youthtopia in Dubai, where the national flower will be OG Kush. If you're a Native American, oh yeah, by the way, I said native, as in, already out this bitch when folks got here, you've had to sit by for centuries and watch your land, and the land of your people before you, be exploited for every single thing it had to offer that was ever of any worth to you. And, all from the little, deserted, corners you were forcefully corralled into. No wonder that poor Indian used to cry in that fucking commercial back in the day. Manifest destiny can suck my high commodity. If you are Hispanic, you've had to watch the powers that be go to the greatest of lengths imaginable to keep you out of a place that doesn't even rightfully belong to the people in control of it, only to be kept away from a dream that only exists in the first place cause some fucking crooks and petty criminals were able to realize it. Fucking tragic. What jobs are you taking from the everyday American? Who the fuck knows how to replace a roof, rewire an entire house, retile a bathroom, and paint the whole shit when they're done at like 15? I'm a grown-ass man, I can't do half that shit today. That shit ain't taking no food off none of your plates cause your lazy American ass would never get your ass on that roof in the first fucking place. That means you'd have to stop texting and leave the fucking McDonald's. Shit ain't happening, cham. The only reason anyone could have ever had to think the streets were paved with gold is cause these fucking thieves couldn't fit all their stolen gold in their fucking suit pockets and that shit fell on the ground behind them. My whole thing is, with the environment starting to deteriorate faster than the looks of a pretty bitch on Crystalmouth, as we blatantly are approaching the waning hours of life as we know it, yesterday should be no one's fucking concern. Tomorrow should be everyone's focal point. Riddle me this shit, Batman. What are we supposed to do when all the fossil fuels are fucked? Hell are we gonna do when it's fucking 95 degrees in Alaska? How in the fuck you about to breathe with no damn trees? These are questions we need to be asking ourselves. If you didn't know by now, we are the fucking problem. When the oil leaked into the Gulf like a 2-liter Pepsi in your fucking refrigerator, we blamed BP, not the fat-ass city driver with the Hummer that needed that shit. That shit's point of origin was inside the earth. Leave that shit the fuck there. It wasn't the careless ass accident itself that turned everything to shit, and why it's so easy for that stereotypical ass black lady to sell so much damn Popeye's chicken. It was our human meddling ass being out there in the first place that fucked up those animals' crib like that. If we don't do anything else, stop blame on the next man, the next thing, the era, the current power structure or whatever scapegoat we see in front of us today, and start with our own intrusive, lazy, wasteful, destructive, gluttonous, money-grubbing asses. For every one person who thinks the same as I do about these things, there's like 15 complacent motherfuckers those either cool with, or don't care about all this fuckwit. Their presence is destroying mankind and their existence is our fault. We keep allowing the ignorant asses to go on being that way. Ignorance is not the fault of the ignorant motherfucker, but the failure of the conscious motherfucker closest to them to share the knowledge they gained. Guess what, world? I won't fail your lazy dumbasses. I'm fin to continue to keep it $1 trillion on my current national debt shit. If you say your eyes are open, hopefully you countin' them bitches in sets of 3. Your ass bet not be talking about just the 2 under your damn eyebrows, ya dig? Do me a favor, folks. Please, for me, keep a fist up, and dem crowns on tilt. Wise youth, and this is with the people present.